Okay, so in this video, we're specifically about to go through how I created an AI agent that can literally create you about 10 YouTube videos proven for your niche in about 10 minutes. And we're going to go through the exact process that I use to do this and make this an efficient, streamlined process that would be important for anyone who is a coach or consultant trying to create content on YouTube. Why? Because we know that everything is always very time consuming to be able to go on YouTube, try and find the right ideas to use and make content. But why can't you just use AI to go through and find what's already working, what's already proven, and also analyze what people are looking for that's not being provided to them so that you can steal those content gaps and use them to create profit for your business. So with that being said, let's get right into the breakdown. So this AI agent makes you 10 YouTube videos in 10 minutes without any code. So what are we going to be using? This AI agent is actually managed, right? It's the new, probably one of these Chinese AI platforms, AI agent platforms that was released recently. And it's pretty crazy the way it works. And before we get started, you need to understand exact inputs that we're going to need to give to this to manage so that it can do what it does. And these inputs are going to be 1, a fire prompt, 2, ICP data, 3, business data, 4, YouTube ideation framework, and 5, you're going to need root nodes, which these nodes are, when I explain how the YouTube ideation process that I use works, you're going to understand that these root nodes are actually just really your content pillars. So YouTube ideation, what framework are we using? We're using a framework of depth first search, which is basically it's just a way that it's a certain type of computer algorithm, right, that can be used to be able to perform a certain task to find certain things that a computer is searching for. So how does it work? Let's say we have a tree that we want to explore with depth first search, right? We'll explore every node up until it reaches the end of that path. And then we'll backtrack to the last node and explore the sister path to the end. Then we'll backtrack and explore the next unexplored path all the way to the end. And then we'll continue going back and following the next path up until the entire tree is explored. This type of format is what's known as a recursive format of search. But yeah, at the end, you get a fully explored tree. So how does this work towards YouTube? It's just one method of ideating on YouTube. There's probably others out there, but it's the training method that I found to make the most sense. You can DM me for this training. It's a video that I found. So you could DM me for it, or you could find your own online. Pretty simple, easy to find out there. But yeah, I think this is a great framework to use because it allows you to go through YouTube manually and look at where the gaps are in terms of what videos are getting all the attention, what videos are getting the attention that are from other videos on that channel, or even outliers for the channel, period. Like they get more views and the channel even has subscribers and so on and so forth, right? Because those type of videos are videos that people that have high demand but low supply for, right? And depth first search allows for us to find those types of videos. So now let's go into the workflow that comes with this prompt, right? So the prompt pretty much tells the AI to do a certain step, right? It's going to first watch the training that I give it, which is going to be at 2x speed, right? So that it comes down to being about 10 minutes that it uses to perform the task, or I think 10 to 12 minutes. Then it's going to analyze ICP data, right? It's going to analyze your business data. It's going to use manual YouTube search for all ideation only manual YouTube search. It could do SEO as well, which you can if you wanted to. But for me, I prefer for it to actually go through and do manual YouTube search only. It is literally going to YouTube and typing in the search bar, right? And then for 5, operate in a recursive format, just so that it remembers to continue that way. And then 6, to use, and then 6, you're giving it the root nodes, right? Which are your content pillars. And it needs to use those, it doesn't have to do this, but you can tell it to use those root nodes to identify other adjacent and subnodes. And what adjacent and subnodes are, these are new niches that you can go through, right? If we go back to this tree, if each node is a niche, an adjacent node is a niche that is parallel to the current niche you're at. Let's say, and then a subnode is a niche under it. So let's say if we're looking at this one tree here, and this first root node is online business, then this node here is a subnode of online business can be SMMA, right? Or coaching. And then if we have e-commerce here, that's an adjacent niche to SMMA. If we have SMMA here, then okay, let's look, or if we have e-commerce here, then let's say one of these is a drop shipping, right? And another one is one of them Shopify drop shopping. Another one is TikTok shop here, or another one on the side, which is let's say Amazon FBA or Amazon FBM. Those are all adjacent niches of each other, but sub niches of the overall e-commerce niche, right? So we call them, so niche and node are basically interchangeable in this case, right? So if we go back to where we needed to identify adjacent nodes and subnodes. If you actually already know what these are, it's probably best to give it to those, but it can identify it as well, just utilizing the search, right? because ideally you're starting out with not having any idea what to do for your content, right? So then the next step from this, step number 9, which I forgot to put here, is really just to go through and actually take action and give the content gaps, give the analysis, give the content gaps, and give the actual content goldmine ideas, right? So if now we go to ICP and biz data, just make sure you have an ICP framework pre-filled using manual and or AI market research, and then biz data framework that speaks to why you're the best fit for what you do, and so that the AI understands who it is you are, and who it is that you serve to the best of its ability, right? But even these, you don't even need that much knowledge. It doesn't need that much knowledge to get to work. Another way this can be done is, instead of going by ICP and what you do, you can just tell it to do this whole analysis via key terms. So in this example I gave you, I made this one as simple as possible, but I actually used the key term I did this for Yusuf Lashwell. If you don't know him, you can search him up on YouTube. He is, I spelled that wrong, shoot, Lashwell. He teaches people how to get into growth operating, right? So I just gave it the term growth operating, right? Because I know that this is what he does, right? And I told it to give me the best first of all, a breakdown of the niche of the term itself, the YouTube strategies on the term, and then also give me the actual content gaps for what people are looking for that aren't actually filled up, and then also the actual video, and then actual video ideas themselves. So here are pretty much the results. This one I actually told it to give me 15 ideas instead of 10, so it would take a little bit longer. But if you told it to do just 10, it would take a lot shorter, a lot less time. But yeah, if we look at notes from its that first search, it gives you it gives you the top performing content in there. It gives you recently uploaded files, right? I believe this was done. I did this about like a month ago, so it's still pretty recent. It even goes through shorts. Then it gives you the adjacent niches. So adjacent niches were SMMA, faceless YouTube, online coaching, vending machine business, info product agencies. The only one out of these that doesn't really make much sense is vending machine business. Don't know where it got that from, but everything else is pretty much 90% there, 95% there. Patterns observed. Multiple full course videos, recent content suggesting operating is dead or changing, short form content focusing on specific topic, contrary perspective, and new content adjacent niches appearing in the first result. Smaller channel, creating content in debate, emphasis on monetization method, trend towards alternative business models in 2025. It looks like it points towards a massive shift happening in this space, right? And then let's see, that first search notes. Okay, that first search analysis, yeah. So key findings from YouTube search goes into what the current state of growth operating content. 1, established courses, 2 major course videos dominate, 153K and 6.2K views. Contrary trend, small creators, monetization focus, right? Format patterns, long form courses and short form tactical content. Adjacent niches again. That's interesting. Or is this a different file? Yep, it is a different file. Where's the same one? Okay, here it is. The Goldmine video opportunities. Yep. So, okay, here it is. Yeah, it gives you the content gaps, right? Which is okay. So content gaps. These are things that people may be looking for, but they aren't done yet. And so these gaps include operating for specific industries, software tutorials, non-US markets, client retention systems. You can see all this stuff. You could just look through it. I'm not going to say it all as it loads. But yeah, you can see these are pretty much spot on. If you actually can really just go and do the manual work yourself, how long will it take? 2, 3 hours, 4 hours to try to come up with these type of conclusions. But you'll still come up with basically very similar, same-ish results, right? Growth operating without a portfolio. That's that's definitely something people are looking for 100%. There's a lot. There are videos made about that get a lot of views. I know for sure. Now from these content gaps, it gives you the actual video ideas, right? So these video ideas are also they're ideas. Some of these you could take the titles and do them right off the bat, but you just need to do a little bit better with title writing. But yeah, this is what that looks like. Client onboarding system, operating versus info product agency. Operating for e-commerce, right? Nobody's making videos specific to niches, so that's a crazy little niche, right? A crazy little gold mine right there. How build a client to 50K model? Obviously, don't have anybody go crazy. Then tool stack. Nobody talks about softwares you can use. AI tools. Nobody talks about AI tools that can be used for growth operators in space. I mean, I believe you should use it. This actually, yeah. I mean, they're working. If you know, they're working on something, but that is something that nobody's talking about. And I remember he made a short form post about that topic, right? About AI tools for growth operators. That literally, I remember on his Instagram, that literally got the most engagement out of any of his recent content in terms of people wanting to know what that was about, doing the real and actually responding. So yeah, preemptively, I think it pretty much proves that this could pretty much rip for any coaching business, online service-based business wants to use YouTube to get more clients, but doesn't necessarily know where to start. This is a great starting point for you to be able to come in and hit the ground running. But yeah, if you want to get any of this stuff from me, just send me a DM on Instagram, and you can all send you like the stuff that I use to get this popping. And if you want to get my help with any of your info products coaching stuff, you know what to do. Check the description to work with me, or you DM me on Instagram.